Alrighty, greetings from Georgia, where it is hotter than hell. It's also very humid. I've been away from this region for so long in the desert, in Utah, and then of course in Colorado. I forgot what humidity feels like. Especially in a place like Georgia. I've been to Georgia so many times I've lost count, passing through it to get to the Appalachian Mountains, where I hike quite a bit and camp and stuff like that. So driving here was absolutely gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Alabama, if there's one thing you got going for you, it is the fact that it is darn beautiful right smack through the middle of the state. With the exception of Birmingham, Alabama. You're on notice because you guys suck. Highways in Birmingham are just atrocious. Never mind the drivers, who are even worse. I'm actually surprised that the interstate takes you through all that circus over there. It's just... I think I may have lost a few years of my life while trying to navigate that specific stretch. But everything else in Alabama is just, wow. The rolling hills, the cliffs, the ever-changing landscape where it kind of stair steps and stuff like that. So eventually, I made it to Providence Canyon. Providence Canyon is located in Georgia, in a town called Lumpkin. Have a very long history with Lumpkin, Georgia, Providence State Park. It warrants its own conversation. Once I get there, I'll actually talk about it. As you know, being this long, I don't have the luxury of being able to pull in and park and all this stuff, right? So I have to make do with what I have. And so I am on the side of the road opposite of the park. On Google Maps, they have a picture of an 18-wheeler standing here, right? Now, what I neglected to notice is the fact that, well, it's a one-way entry, right? And if there's one thing that I know about Georgia clay, is that once you get into it, that's it. That's it. I mean, with a 16,000-pound RV and a 7,000-pound trailer behind it, that's it. You might as well just pack your skis and go home after that. This clay over there is what's literally underneath of here. It also rained here, which I could feel. And so all of this is moist. Now, I was able to kind of squeeze between the asphalt and all this nasty on this little sort of alcove of tiny pebbles. And looking back at where I came from, I didn't sink coming in, but I parked in such a way that I still have a little bit of grip and standing all cockeyed. I don't like how I'm standing, but I don't have a choice, right? There's no way that I could make it into Providence Canyon. Why? Because there's no place to turn around. There's no place to park your big rig anywhere. There's just... That's it. Another component about roads in Georgia and roads leading to Georgia are the fact that there's no shoulders to park on. So, this is it. This road goes on for miles and miles and miles. Equally no place to park. So this would be like the only, in case you guys are passing through to Providence Park and you're like, man, how am I gonna get there? Okay. Providence Canyon State Park is right there. Okay, I'm not encouraging you to do this. This is like a last-ditch resort. Most people that go and visit the park with RVs, they actually stay overnight in Florence Marina State Park, which is 10 miles that way. And then they just take their, tow vehicle or whatever it is that they have, because you're not going to get here by bicycle. This is an active road. You're going to be taking your towed vehicle to get there. And that's how they get there. Now, in my particular case, and in case you're like in my kind of situation, you could hypothetically on the corner of Overby Road and Providence Canyon, whichever this road is. I don't know what this road is. The one that Providence Canyon is on. You can find parking just like I have. But keep in mind, if you get stuck, it's gonna be very painful for you to rectify that. And it's all very deceptive, okay? Georgia clay is nasty. Nasty. If you ever see, like, in case you feel compelled to go boondocking in Georgia, if you see red clay, stay the hell away from it unless you got a dedicated high clearance 4x4 and a very light rig, because you will get stuck in a New York minute. So, and the same goes for like pulling off the shoulder. Keep in mind, you're 2 seconds away from being stuck in the mud. So